So that is the vault, as I was saying, just underneath that old window there. So today I'm here in the beautiful Abbey here in Portumna, County Galway, that was founded in the 12th century by monks from Dunbrody in County Wexford. So I'm actually here today, and this is my hometown. I grew up here, spent many's a day here playing amongst these stones and old graves here. So let's go and have a look around. So this is the beautiful Abbey here, and gets many visitors still in Portumna. So there's something very interesting in this Abbey as well. Now the Clanricarde, those earls who were buried here in a vault, and the Earls of Clanricarde, which is in the castle is very close by here, and that's where they lived. But we will go around and look inside the centre of the Abbey first. There's some very old plaques. So this is inside the old Abbey here. And I'm sure through the years there was restoration done here and works. The Office of Public Works have done a lot. And up here it says, pray for the souls of Basil Madden and Catherine, his wife. And if you can see that there, 1688, these people died. So it goes that far back inside here. Beautiful window, which once would have had beautiful stained glass there. A lot of old graves, flat stone slabs. I'll just look at this one in here actually. So on this corner, there's a grave here, and there's an inscription on the wall. So I'll try and get in around and read it. So, eternal rest, O Lord, Thomas Connor, who departed this life in 1769, the 4th of February, I think, 1769. There's a lot of debris and kind of wet on this. Let's see, can we get a date? We have 1786 on this. So these are 1700 ones. There is 1600 graves here as well. So just ahead in the center of the camera, we can see the vault of the Burgh family. And I have some information on who's buried inside there. But the other side of this vault is very, very interesting, because we will get to see the coffins inside of those earls, and his wife is buried there. So this is really nice here. This is eternal rest to the souls of John and Eleanor Cunningham. This monument has been erected by their affectionate son John as a tribute, respect to their memories. Here also lie the remains of his dearly beloved daughter, Margaret Maria, who departed this life on the 21st of February 1855, aged only 20 years old. And I'll try and zoom in there and show you the beautiful stonework at the top. We have an angel each side of that one. And this one here is to the memory of God's noblest work and honest man, John Cunningham of Portumna, who departed this life on the 3rd of March 1864, and he was aged 72. Respected by all who knew him in life, in death he is regretted. So that is the vault, as I was saying, just underneath that old window there. Now the story about the vault is as well, it was bricked up many years ago. Now when I was young, we used to come down and play, as I was saying, around all these old stone walls and stuff here. I do remember as a child going down there and being able to look in through this hole and seeing those coffins. And I was terrified and freaked out looking in at those coffins. And I suppose doing these cemetery videos, that would have been my first, I suppose, experience of seeing coffins back in the day. It's very bold kind of type of writing on these, but the date down the bottom here is 1688 again. And a big beautiful tree in the old graveyard here in the Abbey. Many's a day when I was young, I played underneath this tree. There used to be a swing on it. So I think we'll walk around and have a look at a few of the headstones here. But first of all, we will look here at the wall. And this is what I was telling you about. So the far side of that is the vaulted area of the Burgh family. So we'll have a look inside in a minute in that hole in there, and I'll show you what I was talking about. So there's a chest tomb on top of the hill there. So I don't know if these are readable, these headstones, some of them. The name on that is Madden, I think. Maybe Patrick, is it? Madden. They're kind of worn away through time and weather and everything else as well. So there's not many headstones in this area, a handful of headstones. Here lies the body of Luke Burke, who departed this life April 1805, I think, aged 56 or 36 years old. Also his wife Mary Burke, who died in 1805, aged 60. So these are 1800s. So the inside the old abbey there would have been the 1600s, the older ones. And they say, people that are buried inside the abbey were probably wealthier people or wanted to be closer to God, to be buried in there. And of course, the Burgh family have their vault. So we just found a plaque here on the wall. Give unto the soul of Owen Kelly, who departed this life in 1768, aged 81, erected by Timothy Kelly. So as I was saying earlier about being here when I was young, this wasn't here when I used to climb around here and stuff. But you can see somebody took out the word not, so it says do climb or damage this monument, which is a bit silly to take that off. And someone has left a child's buggy here. Look at that. And that sun shining through the trees. It is a beautiful area, Portumna. There's a harbour down there where lots of boats parked up there during the summer months. Lots of tourists come. Okay, so before we look inside the vault here and the opening, I just want to add to the video as well. So who's interred in here in this vault is Harriet Canning de Burgh, and she was born in 1804 and she died in 1876. She was 71 years old. So she was the daughter of the Right Honourable George Canning, Prime Minister. She married Ulick John de Burgh, the 14th Earl and 1st Marquess of Clanricarde, on the 4th of April 1825, and she had a number of children. I think she had 6 or 7 children. So her husband then, Sir Ulick John de Burgh, he was born in 1802 in Hampshire, England, and he passed away aged 71 years old in Piccadilly in London. He was the first Marquess of Clanricarde, son of General John de Burgh, 13th Earl of Clanricarde, and Lady Elizabeth. He succeeded in the earldom in July 1808 at the tender age of only 5 on the death of his father, and he was educated in Eton College and Christ Church, Oxford. So, can you imagine he was handed the title, I suppose, after his father died at only 5 years old, which was very, very young. So let's have a look inside and try and get the best view we can. Right, guys, so there is one of the coffins and it's stud lined, and you can just see there's a lot of debris and stones and bits of wood and stuff on top of the coffin. I'm sure people have thrown things in there over the years, being curious of what's in there and having a look at the coffins as well. So it's sad to see that there's a load of stuff thrown on top of it there. I don't know if I'll be able to see the one on the other side as well, but there is another coffin on the left hand side. So we can see on the left is the other coffin. So I'm presuming that is Ulick de Burgh and his wife Harriet, who's buried in there together, side by side. Very interesting to see those two coffins in there, and they actually look like they're in very good condition from people who died so long ago. And people have asked before on the channel, about coffins, how long. So we've seen coffins, lead line coffins that just crumbled up in pieces, but they must have spent a lot of money on these ones because they do look like they're better quality in there. And I suppose it's dry, the vault, so it's not been damaged by any water or dampness and stuff in there. So that is the coffins of the De Burgh family. So that was interesting to see inside the vault. And I'll just take you out through this area of the Abbey because we have some beautiful cloisters here, as you can see, that would have went all the way around. And some of them have been repaired inside the old Abbey. And inside this little room, we have someone else who was buried here inside on their own. So they have this area in here to themselves. And it says, here lies the body of Peter Kelly.
It's like
Captain.
Yeah.
Something service. And you can see up the top the coat of arms there, but it's all covered over. 1792 is the date, July 1792. And up here then we have more of this old writing, Ambrose Madden. And this is 1610. So that is the old Abbey here in Portumna. And it's really nice to come back and see it. And while I was passing, I said I would do a little video and show you what's in here. Really nice to see it. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, and finish up the video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.